Real life street stars. You know what time it is. Real life street stars. Man, we are in here with a legend, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Man, that boy Goo Roach, man, is in the building.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Let's go.
I need my money, man.
Yeah,
Hey,
you
man.
need your money, man.
Let me know, man. Who we got to jump, man?
Man, you've been making your rounds on the internet.
Yeah.
You know, you've been telling these stories, and we're gonna get into them.
Okay, let's
if
go.
that makes any sense, man. First and foremost, for those who don't really know you, man, just give them a brief history about who is Goo.
Yeah, nah,
What you do?
And what
What
do.
do you do?
Cause there's a lot of artists that might need to. Hey, this the one y'all need to pay attention to, cause we gonna go through there.
I mean, I consider myself a publishing expert, you know. I've been doing this probably for about 20 years now, but I've gotten better as the years gone by. I started off with an artist named probably Nature and couple of other guys, started taking people to court. I just started progressing, you know, started doing my own thing. Got with the DMX estate, and you know, people know me for that, the Big Pun estate, and you know, I started getting clients. Probably after I took Fat Joe to court, I started getting a lot of clients.
Got you.
Yeah.
So let's start there.
Okay.
You took Fat Joe to court. Wasn't that like Pun's like best friend?
It doesn't seem like it to me, but I mean, you know.
Oh, let's break it down.
Yeah, because we all
real.
remember when Pun's mother was in the street, like almost about to be homeless.
What do you mean? They got her. She got arrested for robbing 2 banks.
What?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, some shit we didn't know.
No,
yeah.
Break it down.
Hold on.
I'm not saying that she was guilty for it, but she did get arrested for robbing 2 banks.
Right.
Unfortunately.
And she did that
out in Florida.
And she did that because of the lack of money.
That's what it seems like. Yeah. That's
Got
what
you.
it seems like. That's the alleged story, you know. Sorry to say, but, you know, I'm here to tell the truth about whatever. So, you know, I mean, you could Google it. It's public information, so don't hate on me.
Got you. So let's go through. We're going to walk through a couple of these cases.
Absolutely.
Big Pun, you know, a lot of people revere Big Pun as one of the best Mexican rappers, Latin rappers, whatever you want to say, of all time. Like, a lot of people have him at that standard, right? And Fat Joe was the one that ushered him into the game. What happened? Take us through, number one, how does the publishing in his scenario work? What was it?
I wasn't there, you know, for the whole time of what happened. I popped up around 2009, but I do know the scenario. I mean, according to Liza, after he passed away, Joe was telling her that, oh no, he owed me money. You know what I'm saying? Then all of a sudden, a bunch of fake royalty statements started to come biannually saying, you know, you're in debt, you're in debt, you're in debt, you're in debt. And then for about 14 years, from about 2000 to 2014, fake royalty statements was coming out.
2000 to 2014?
Yeah, fake royalty statements were coming. And but Joe used Jelly Bean Benitez as a publisher. Jelly Bean Benitez was Madonna's ex-boyfriend from the early 80s. He produced a bunch of Madonna records back in the early 80s. He remixed, he DJs now.
Gotcha.
He became a publishing, he's pretty good in the publishing business. So he kind of like specialized in recruiting Latin people, Latin writers. But basically they were sending her fake royalty statements. She used 3-4 lawyers before she met me. One was super popular, was telling her there was nothing here, basically. Once I got the royalty statements, the same stuff that they had, it probably took me like a minute and a half to see the deception. I called her up, told her I paid for the case, paid for the auditor, took him to court. You know, Joe was all over the radio basically saying, I gave her $750,000, I gave her $250,000. I told the bitch, enough's enough. Everybody bought it and believed it. You know, he has the big platform. He could call Envy or all these other people and go in their radio station and be like, look, she's lying. And, you know, she can't do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So everybody was like DMing her, bitch, get a job. He got you money for a hair salon, all this stuff. It was all lies. In mediation, we had him admit that he never gave her $1 in his life.
Oh, so he didn't give her no
Nothing,
money?
not $1 in his life. He never gave her, period.
Damn. Well, how does, okay.
So I mean, go on.
For those who want to scam, how would they get that off? I'm just curious.
Yeah, I mean, there's ways to do it, but I mean, you just can't be that greedy in a royalty statement. You know what I'm saying? You got to put maybe 80% truth in there and 20% lies or something.
But how
you
do
know
you
what I'm saying?
get?
But the whole statement was a lie. You know what I'm saying?
But how did he get that off though? Like, how do you get a fake statement and pay nothing for 14 years?
I mean, usually estates don't know anything, and they're going to believe whatever comes to them. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can say. I mean, I
But at some point they got to cash the check, though, right?
What check? There's no check coming. It says that you're unrecouped and you owe $300,000. And then the next one, and then the next biannual might say, okay, you owe $300,000. The next biannual 6 months later might say, oh yeah, you made $8,000 in royalties, so now you owe $292,000. So it's a slow drip. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for 14 years. But like I said, took him to court probably September 2014. By the time I think March, we were in settlement by the time March 2016 came. He was in mediation, and I mean, according to him, there was never a court case. He was on Drink Champs and other platforms, basically saying, I went to court and the judge said, "What are you doing here?" And I walked out. He basically went on the platform saying that there was no court case. I don't understand that. Then you got Miss Jones, who was on the platform also saying, she was on Drink Champs also saying that Big Pun gave her all the publishing, and that the wife and family owned no publishing. And I was about to sue the whole gamut, but the only reason I didn't is because Noriega, because I like Noriega, I didn't want him to get involved. So I mean, the only reason they didn't catch it
was anybody
is
else
because of Nori. Honestly, they should thank Nori. Right. Honestly, at the end of the day, because I like Nori. He has nothing to do with this. But the only reason I didn't put fire on them is because of him.
Was there anybody else that spoke out besides his mom or Big Pun? Big Pun's
wife?
Yeah, was
Nah, she got no support. She got zero support.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She got zero support. There was nobody there for her. Oh well, I think DMX might have talked to her a couple of times, but not to like give any money. She wasn't expecting that, but like, she might have spoke to one or two people, and said, "Oh, I see what you're going through," or something like that. I think Little Kim might have reached out to her one time or something like that. But all the other guys that was Pun's friend before Joe, and now they're friends with Joe, I mean, they just let him lie. A lot of people, I noticed a lot of these guys like to be lied to, and they don't want nothing to be involved. And when you see she's in a homeless shelter and stuff like that, there's nobody, even though she got vindicated through court, still nobody reaches out to her. You know what I'm saying? Say, "Oh, my bad," or "I see what happened," or anything like that. And then you know what else Joe did?
What?
This was crazy. So after we were trying to do a Big Pun movie and stuff like that, right? And basically, we were like, hey, let's get Joe involved. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to be bigger with Joe. If you do it without Joe, Joe can get all these other people involved and make it real big. That's truthful. You know what I'm saying? But he was basically saying like, well, if you go on Instagram or if you go out there and tell publicly that I never stole from you, then I'll work with you. Otherwise, I'm not working with you. She's like, why would I do that? You stole from me. You know what I'm saying? So he wanted her to change the story up. You know what I'm saying? So then if she did do that, now all people are going to be back on her ass in the DMs and telling you bitch, you lie, and all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. But I don't understand how people just let him lie. Because not only that, people were calling me saying like, oh, you never took him to court and you were bullshit and stuff like that. And like what I do is like, I look at it as an art because it's not easy. You know what I'm saying? And it's like he's messing up my art at the same time. So I got to be vocal about, I got to be defensive about my work. You know what I'm saying? I can't get slapped in the face about this. This is truthful. Everything I'm saying is true. It's a fact. You could read the court documents. I mean, he was in mediation. He basically said that he never gave her $1, zero. So the $750 he was talking about, he lied. The $250 he's talking about, he lied. As you see now, people are starting to see that he lies a lot. But I don't understand why nobody reprimands him. None of his friends, at least I don't see it. I mean, he's like a Catholic priest, bro. He's untouchable.